yeah, we gotta help you to figure out if the voice is fine. Just let me know whenever you come on the live stream and hear me. Just let me know what's gonna how it's gonna sound. I'm also dressed up unconventional today simply because I just forgot my sports wear. But I have my shoes still, my boxing shoes here. And we're gonna do, I mean, I today gonna do more shifts. Just practicing that movement. And here we go. We have Kine. Yes.
I didn't have on the song, but like I was.
Message. All right. Yeah, just let me know what how the sound is when I walk away. Obviously, walk away more else. We'll do the shifts today. The warm up. So today I'm gonna do some of the heavy bag work as well. And yeah, focusing around the mat shifts. I think that movement exactly was implemented by Casimiro in his Picasso style. No? Okay, let me. What about now? Any difference? Yeah. Well, let me know if there is any difference and if it gets any better. Hello. Is it better? Yeah. Okay. Now it's good. So sound is good. Getting ready for training. Forgot my sportswear, but should be fine. Hey, привет. Okay. Well, yeah. For the beginning, basically, just gonna warm up a little bit. Joint warm up. Then gonna do the footwork that is specifically dedicated to the shift. I will show you the exercise that I'm gonna use and already been using to develop that pattern. Hello, hello. So today doing again, same thing, D'Amato shifts. I've been saying that I will focus mostly on that and I'm gonna surround my training with implementing that one moment. So yeah, just gonna get here and basically, so for now, one of the things I was saying yesterday, I'm quite satisfied how I've been using my, weaves and basically positioning myself, but I'm very often get stuck on my feet. It's good to be secure on the front leg when you want to counter, when you want basically go back and forth, like that type of control. But it becomes a problem once you want to shift the angles. So going too heavy on that leg. That's why it's important to deload it, like I'm doing now, and from deloaded position, all of a sudden shift, punch, shift, punch, both directions. Pump, getting back, pump, pump, back, and again, pump, again. Important thing that I'm having here, when that is the hardest part to me. So once I get here, getting used to having my hand up, keeping my guard up, then shift. Once I'm already here, I have a good leverage to throw some good punches. Hello, hello. Well, we're not doing any Mayweather today, though. that's not there are different type of footworks. Today I'm gonna do shifts because that is something that I really want to implement in my sparring and fighting game. Yes, today is a footwork day, but I'm gonna do that on the back as well. I'll keep doing the same stuff. Let me get some dumbbells. Sorry. I'm getting some dumbbells. 2 different weights. I believe you can hear me from here. Okay, I'm back. I'll go now a little bit lighter. Ребят, я могу отодвинуться, если мне... окей, хорошо. Если что, я отодвинусь, не проблема. Okay, so here, pump. 1, 2, 3. First, I'm doing it the way one side, getting back to the position, and again, 1, 2. Those are like 1 pages. But then, like I take my time. 1, 2, 3. Go more explosive. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like a double punchers. I get here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And deloading my leg. Deloading, almost keeping it frontal, and then doing same on the right side. Okay. Try to go a little bit lighter. Again, here. Same. And now let's go a little bit pacing just for the legs to be there. Yes, so I'm doing like this. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Place the water. Let me know how the sound is. This is the same stuff. Deloading my leg. So let's say from here, I'm keeping my legs far forward, sitting on my back foot, then deloading, doing like a cross foot, sleep, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Shifts like that is also, it's not only sleep, even if I just keep my hand up and start the movement, doesn't have to be always like a properly fully made sleep. As long as I just feel comfortable and can protect myself from the potential punch and can shift, then it becomes like I create the new angle. And basically, I end up throwing punches from the blind angle. Again, pum, pum, pum. So even if I don't do full sweep, I just lift it in front of me and then you shoot 1, 2. It's also possible to do pump, pump. You can do that in the moment as well. Pump, pump. So to blind your opponent, you can actually set it up, you throw punches. You see, instead of having this here, this I throw the punch, set myself up and switch from here, throw the punch. Again. Something like that. The gym is in the Chang Sport tonight. Is my sound good? Yeah? Okay. The gym is called Nha Trang Sport tonight. It's in Vietnam. Yeah, the guys just had the group class, and well, I'm basically having my footwork training, a very specific, uh, specifically oriented footwork training. Okay, let's continue. I'll do one more set, or maybe a couple more. All the bags are busy right now, so whenever it's free, I'm gonna basically do the same stuff on the bag. But so far, I just keep training our footwork. In the meantime, feel free to ask me some questions. Becky Lynch stunt double. That's a good one. Okay, now pacing. Just for the moment. Okay, we'll sleep, punch. Sleep, rotation, punch. Sleep, rotation, punch. You see how I'm doing it? And I'm moving around the circle. It is important to get used to doing the part in a certain way, because if I do sleep and if I go somewhere there, it's not gonna work. So in this case, I want to do sleep right here, then bump. Okay, bump, and then pacing. Just doing in a good pace, just accurately. Keep your guard up, especially while sleeping and potentially getting the punch. Whew. Mike Tyson style. Yes, the live stream is called D'Amato Shifts, boxing training footwork. So that's what I'm doing. You also know probably Vasily Lomachenko. He's been doing a lot of shifts as well. Once he's a southpaw, so this is a southpaw, but yeah, once he gets in that stance, he would do pum pum. All of a sudden, he's just comfortable being able to make that first step, then rotation, and all of a sudden he appears to be on the angle. They're just useful. It's you punch your opponent from the blind spot, so that ends up to be quite efficient if correctly done. I want to learn boxing, but there is no academy near me. What can I do? I don't know. Maybe try another city. I'm not telling you to leave your home necessarily, but I'm from Georgia, but me and my husband's from Norway, but we're living in Vietnam because this is the lifestyle and the place and the gym and everything that we chose that we think works the best for us at this point. So why not? Maybe we can try that. Okay, let's continue. Again, I'm gonna do the same pacing. I'm teaching myself a pattern. First of all, deloading my leg, because I'm used to standing like this. And sometimes I'm getting too stuck on my leg. Well, it's okay, just deload. Just, especially being in the close distance, it actually makes sense to have a cross foot movement. So from here, I'm like, okay, you can punch. So not only sleep, sometimes it's more efficient just to throw the hand, but I do the sleep at the same time. And that, because I use my own weight and opponent's weight to actually push against them and then pull backwards, that actually helps to create that momentum. So it would be like jab. So you go jab, 1, 2, bump. Bump, bump. This is with the sweep. And it can be also like cross. And already stepping on the side, sweep, 1, 2. And again, 1, 2, bump, bump. So there are a lot of setups that can be done in this case. Whew. Hello, hello. Is it Polish class? Hello, welcome to the live stream. Whew. Okay, now we can basically do this. I'm gonna go on the back and I'll do the basically gonna do those shifts. Let me get my gloves. Here we go. Okay. Putting on my gloves. And now we're gonna do the same shifts, but on a heavy bag, actually with a real punching. Do you fight? I'm looking forward to fighting the pro boxing. So I'm kind of on the way to get ready for that. So good if you're a pro, feel free to get some tips, stay around, stay tuned. Okay, so here you're gonna see me more from the back, so it's fine. But I'm like deloading. Okay, again. So there are different ways, right? One way was jab. So after jab, I pull myself and already step on the pump, or already sleep. Keep my guard up here. I can even push with my elbow and forearm against the opponent if I need to. Then I switch here. Still can keep pushing them. And I already have that ready for the hook, right? And it's good to be able to left, right, 1, 2. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. And same. And with the right side, I would go 1, 2. I stay here. And then when I pull the right hand towards me, this is when I sleep. Keep my left arm as a guard. Do the shift. Lay under. I'm already on the side. And then glide down. Hook. Like 2 hooks. This is one way to do it. Whew. Okay, and the next one. Another way how to set it up, right? Because just doing this, that's too obvious, right? You need to show these things, and even simple jab, like I did right now, can be a setup for it. But there is also the other way, where you can basically throw a cross with a little step in, and that already is a setup on its own. So here, I even need like a less energy. So I basically do pump. So again, I do like pump. It can be 1, 1, 2, not a single cross, but like 1, 2. I'm already 1, 2, pump, pump. Something like this. Again. Okay. And in this case, again, I can do same with the jab, but already stepping the rear foot, the back foot forward. That's why it's good to, from here, going all the way there. Nothing wrong to train it, but it's good to deload your feet. Once you're a little bit closer in the middle range, deload your feet a little bit, pump, pump, and from here, set up it that way, like. So I throw jab, but already set my leg, From here, I do shift, left hook, right hook. It's important to train both ways, in my opinion. Do you fight in amateur? I used to fight in amateur. Now I'm preparing for pro. Have to be lazy when you practice. Okay, I agree with that. But right now, the footwork on its own is the focus here. So again, let's continue. I already create momentum and punch as hard as it's needed. Obviously, there's work you will do, like a super heavy punches and pacing, which is good. But that's the point of it. You gotta select the right work at the right time, and also choosing right goals. Like this week is gonna be dedicated to those shifts, and we'll see if I be able to actually execute some of it in the sparring session on Saturday. Who teach you? I learned it back in Georgia with my coaches, but then I met a lot of interesting people. I learned from many different people that I met, and new stuff. And then I started watching fights myself more attentively, and here I am, still learning. Are you still training or still learning? Still training. Kind of both, I would say. And let me read the hi, Florida. Please teach me how to do kickboxing. I want to mix taekwondo, karate, and boxing, become like a Boyka strong boy. Yeah, Boyka is a little bit of the a fictional character. So, unfortunately, you can do look at the best MMA fighters today. I think there's something closest what you want to achieve. Boxing or MMA? Well, let me tell you that way. MMA is generic. So if to learn MMA, you should start from wrestling. Freestyle, Greco-Roman, and plus BJJ as the defensive wrestling. If you're learning striking, you actually should start from boxing, right? So you kind of have to do both. But boxing is optional. Most of the fights start and end with the fists, like more than 80%, I guess. I've been to Texas, no, but Texas came to me many times. Many good people I met from Texas. Okay, let's doing the same stuff. Okay, I'm here. First variation was throwing jab, and whichever punch I throw, I pull to the same direction and shift. Okay, so it would be boom, 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 boom. And the other variation to go to the same side would be actually throw cross, but already go from the punching line, then shift and do the same. So if you can, the difference, and boom, 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 and okay. So it's two ways to set up, and I went both direction, same direction, same to the left side. So sorry, to the right side. The loading, especially when I want to go to the right side, 1, 2. So in this case, I throw just a 1, 2 combo. I already use it as a setup, and after cross, step forward, shift, 1, 2. Okay. So again. Okay. And the second variation, I actually throw jab, and I already keep my legs more deloaded, more neutral here. And I do basically flow on my front leg, on my right leg, pushing it forward, leaning the jab, but also at the same time slipping from the punch line, shifting. So look at the difference. Okay, and the second one. Most people are right-handed. Yes, I am. I'm right-handed too. Don't let the camera fool you. I think you can see at the sign here. It's a stop, but it's flipped, right? Meaning that my stance is also flipped. Appreciate it. Working there, getting there. I'm none of the belts. I'm white belt. The vicious one. I wanted to pursue more of the BJJ, but then I got the injury that locked me out of the BJJ for 6 months, and then I essentially moved on with my life. Where I can find your amateur fights. I have the total of 5 of the amateur fights, and I don't think there are any records left. I, however, had way more open ring experiences. Back then in Georgia, there were not even a female team. They tried to make it out of us, and there were just basically 3 or 4 of us. And then I retired, and I kept training just for myself. And now, you basically consider me complete amateur with just the years of interest and training experience, obviously. Along the way, I learned a lot about nutrition, about the physical preparation, that kind of stuff that helps me now, for sure. Also, my husband is very knowledgeable at that. And essentially, yeah, this is my journey now. So stay tuned. If you're going to want to see my professional fights, you got to come back here. No, boxing. Purely boxing. Okay, let's continue. Doing the same thing like I did on the footwork when I was just pacing. This is literally for the feet's sake, just to get used to, get comfortable. One thing is me being able to do that, but another thing is to be comfortable enough to do that on the sparring, even the light, obviously, light sparring as a beginning. So here, again, sleep, 1, bum, 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 bum. So it's basically fighting the flow, just pacing. This is one of the way to do that exercise, that not only training the body, training the pattern, training the brain. Just punching, no kicks. Boxing. You look adorable doing that. Been told that before. I know, but it is what it is. Okay. A little break, water break, guys. I'll get you in a peekaboo. I was fascinated. First time, I guess, when I saw Tyson, obviously, and then Floyd Patterson. That was a person before, one of the CASA students before Tyson. And as much as I loved peekaboo, and I was like, oh, I want to learn this. And it works for me because I'm a shorter boxer usually. But at the same time, it's very energy consuming. So I started seeing some of the downfalls to it, which is durability, because it's so explosive. It's such an explosive and energy consuming style. I just found out that it's just generally good to take the elements of it and pace it. And to me, another boxer, which is kind of reintroduced shifts to the boxing and modern boxing, is Vasily Lomachenko, the Matrix. If you've seen him, literally floating. And in this case, he's quite a good pacer. He knows how to pace. So he's not doing it as explosive necessarily, but he does super fast, and he finds a good opening. So that position, the shifts itself are very good for a shorter boxer, or not even necessarily shorter, just a normal size boxer too, to get in, not just like this and with the dominant front side, because usually boxers, we move, whatever stance we have, we move a lot to that outside direction. So shifts are great for distorting that perception and basically distract your opponent. Yeah, he does well. Okay, I'm gonna do more pacing. So there are 2 things I'm doing. Combos, which I showed you. I'm gonna show you one more time and try to see the difference. Okay. Also, one thing, I show Jeff, when I go in, I'm not punching. I just use my forearm to lay against the opponent while I'm sleeping, and then I shift, okay? So don't let that confuse you. Yeah, so we do like this. And another version was, so starting from the right side, like alternating shift. It doesn't matter. Once you get in that position, whether you do throw back or you do bump, it's about using all of those, depending on situation. But once you're here, learn how to shift and then land more punches from the side. So again, doing the same. 1, 2, pump. Again. Okay, keep my hands up. Then doing the other direction. Okay. Okay. So those are combos. Now I'm gonna do pacing. Now I cool down a little bit, relax on my feet, and 1, sleep, shift, 1, punch, sleep, shift, punch, sleep, punch. Keep my guards up. Find the synchron of the movement. It's Vietnam Nha Trang. I'm not from US. Which female boxer is your role model? I mean, I would probably put Katie Taylor number 1. Katie Taylor is great. And I have huge respect to Ann Wolf. She was probably one of the most explosive and a single knockout punchers, which is more seldom and rare for women. Maybe not nowadays anymore, but still, compared to male boxing, slightly less, I would say. Pickup is my favorite style, but I live in Jamaica and there is not really a lot of boxing gym here for me. It's interesting because I've seen Jamaican amateur boxers representing Jamaica. Or I would say Cuba. Cuba is one of the strongest schools, but Cuba is super poor as well, so it's interesting. But Jamaica is it's a country, it's a land, homeland for the best sprinters in the world. So that's quite cool. Your hips and your hand over pickable style. Yes, it is basically, that's why it's the title of the stream is D'Amato shifts. So that specific movement is called that way. You know Lucia Riker, yeah. Well, Lucia Riker was super tough. Have you seen her fighting a man? Well, she was doing both boxing, Muay Thai. I'm not sure if she did kickboxing. She was 100% was doing Muay Thai as well. She was super strong. First time I actually saw her was from $1 Million Baby movie. She was as a final boss antagonist boxer that injured the main character. Europeans don't talk, you exercise. This is not a club, okay? Oh, this is also live stream, so chill out. I'll do my exercise. Rest is also important. Would ever fight Ronda Rousey? In boxing, maybe. Not in MMA. I'm completely vulnerable to everything except boxing. I did some of the training. I did a little bit of freestyle wrestling, a BJJ. I did some karate, so I know how to throw kicks and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I haven't done that, and I haven't focused on it most of the time at all. So boxing, probably, why not? MMA, never in a million years. Okay, but let's imagine the picture. So usually I have a quite wide stance, so I would go like this, okay, from the further distance to have a little leverage, and a lot of high guard, close guard, a lot of reflecting punches, finding momentum, basically to get there. A lot of times I go to stomach, so very often I get punch, get some jabs in my guard, catch the moment, get in the stomach, bum. And from here, what I'm learning is to deload my leg. And basically, like I showed you, can be done here, sleep, one version. Then I can do basically, bum. So that's my problem. When I'm in sparring, I get to carry the weight with the whatever I'm used to. And this log gets overloaded. When what I want to do and be able to do, I work here, boom. I already have a quite high guard here, right? So I can press quite a lot and against the ropes, against the opponent. And from that moment, this is the thing. I throw jab, slip, that's one version. Another version was just throw the overhead or cross. Even if it doesn't land clearly, it's fine. Because from here, I basically set myself for the shift. Same, again, I'm like, bum, bum. And then I do like, I do that in different paces. Actually, being able to also wear off my opponent and don't get tired myself at the same time way too much. I give props for saying yes and not saying no. I mean, well, I also know my abilities. In the boxing, Ronda is not the best boxer, and she was a pioneer for MMA, and her judo is like a world class level. But even today, like if you look at her shadow boxing, I never seen that kind of shadow boxing where her head is literally on the same spot. So I think there are a lot of strikers who can. She's also bigger than me. I'm not saying I'm winning, but I would take a chance in striking on boxing specifically rather than MMA. Talented lady. Last night you were singing Queen and today's boxing. Yes, I'm practicing both, my vocals and my boxing. Okay. Ronda is way bigger. Yeah, I mean, she might not be as she might be like this size somewhere, but she's also way more jacked up. And I'm cutting. I'm actually going all the way down to 48 kgs, guys. So just put that in consideration. But again, back to the back. And even in working on the back, being smart about it. Like, boom. One thing 100% works in my case is actually stomach. One thing I'm struggling a little bit against, well, especially guys, even on technical sparring, because they're bigger, I go too far. I'm standing too far. What I need to do, and what a lot of us struggle with and have to break through that, is actually being able, especially with the high guard, get closer. It's fine. Get closer with the stand and go from here. Because from there, it's actually more chance that I can do that maneuver. It's important not to start too far, because if I try to do something like this and I go here, and while like it's too obvious, you know what I mean? So at distance, and rather, well, get punched a couple times and just like, just move like this and get it on the guard, and then start working, land your punches on the openings, and then rotate, use some shifts. This is a good strategy for a shorter boxer, and specifically for middle / close range. Have strong shoulders. How much can you press? I don't do bench press, but I'm doing landmine press, like landmine. So the barbell is 20 kgs, and I'm doing like 4 times 20 kgs extra for strength. My husband is coaching me on strength, and it's not that much of the hypertrophy. My muscle is not growing that much, but I'm getting stronger. Less than 5 repetitions, longer amount of periods of rest in between. It can even be a cycle of alternating groups. And then I do train boxing, technique, or just rest. And then I get back to it after 15 minutes / 20 minutes. Or grease the groove. Check it out. It's a Pavel Tatsulin's method, which is even longer rest periods in between. And it works well with the street workout type of training. Or, if you're at home, as long as you have some stuff available. You can do things like pistol squats, for example. You can do pull-ups, 100%, and deeps, I guess, if you have at least if you have some pull-up bar and the deep bars around. Okay. Yes, I have husband. He's right here. in the chat. Yeah, I'm Orthodox. The camera is flipping. That's true. Okay, let's keep going. Again, another pacing. So now, because I want to be able to actually move well, sleep, I'm gonna do a lot of pacing. 1, 2. Doesn't have to be hard. It's just about the feet. Bump, sit, sleep. And back. Have you ever been knocked out before? I had a stoppage. It was a knockout. It was just, I couldn't defend myself. It was once. I had a knockdown, liver shot. But it was actually against the friendly sparring against a guy. It was just accident. But it was a clean liver shot. And I couldn't get up for 5 minutes. Okay. Yes, I have a husband, and with some of the crips I don't have to deal. But to wonderful people, some of the great people that actually met through the live streams, and they're my audience, thanks for being here. You're welcome, absolutely welcome. Just don't be creepy, don't be desperate. Actually, get something positive for yourself. So we're trying to keep the chat clean. Also, no BS is tolerated as well. What is expect from Friday's match? Remind me what is on this Friday. I'm a little bit lost in my schedule, so you gotta remind it to me. And they were in Thailand and Cambodia. Possibly that I'm not aware of. Listen, we were in Philippines. Apparently, there is the longest ongoing war right in the Philippines. It's just a certain sector that they don't let people in. But I didn't know. Okay, appreciate it. Thank you. Oh. Okay. I just smiled at the useless woman. I don't know. It was funny somehow. Boom. Okay. Right. Like, ideally for me, even if I'm playing with the distance a little bit, and I'm also sharing my so-called not the best habits that I'm trying to change, and I'm actually pointing that out because that might be something that you going through as well. So for me, there is no point, especially against a taller opponent, there's no point to go back once I already secured the position. So even if I'm playing a little bit on my feet, it's fine, but I need to press them. No, boom, press them like this. Press, boom. You know, that kind of stuff. To be able to use shifts and actually work efficiently, get more points, maybe potentially set up a knockout. Okay. Okay. Again, another round for pacing. And here we are. you will know the back not gonna move much when you do the right momentum and punch from the both sides. Well, I think my husband is right now. I look at him; he's taking care of them. Please, guys, we're not kids here. Let's try to keep the chat clean. Okay, now I'm just gonna do a freestyle round, relaxed, working like I would work in a real sparring. The position, some counters, setting up, and I would just try to implement those combos with the shifts that I already worked on. Okay, so okay, starting time is on. I always go for stomach. Like this one, no matter how tall is the person against me, if I'm in the right distance, this one always goes well. So I really do love stomach punches, stomach jabs. Okay, boom. You can just throw some light jabs, fast jab. See how they're reacting, and then throw the cross, for example, because they would expect jab, throw the cross, but what they even would expect less was me shifting and throwing more. Okay, and that we can end combo here, but ideally I would keep the same range. Okay, that kind of stuff. So okay, again, over jab, stomach, pop, pop. Okay. Yeah, my husband says just be polite. I'll just kick you out ultimately. So, what's the point? I mean, you can keep trolling and be unserious about your life, or yeah, just uh, be nice in the chat. Make the back move like a Tyson. Thank you for setting up such a high standard for me. How about you would try that, or anyone else? Okay, here is interesting. Yeah, punches about ankle. Yes, you're talking about the clean 1-2 shots. Like for example, if I do just like long ones, perfect technique, like 1-2, 1-2. It's good. Of course, it's good, and I do train it separately too. Like I have the whole time dedicated. If you've seen some elite boxers doing, like you would see my Mayweather, for example, boom, 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 like throwing that perfect jab and nothing else. Of course, I do those things. Of course, everyone should do them. But today, the topic is different and focus is a little bit different. Keep putting that hard work. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. Mayweather, Philly shell. I suggest you to look up the breakdown of the Philly shell. It's actually not as simple. Probably one of the hardest styles to learn efficiently. A lot of people know how to Philly shell. They know how to go backwards, then down, and from there they actually get caught on the hook or uppercut while getting up. So there are a lot of nuances to and details to Philly shell. Serious, if you want some power, bend your knees. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely correct. I don't know if the angle is showing it properly. I tend to keep my legs. Sometimes I even sit a bit way too much, I think, because I'm used to work from the bottom. Okay. Okay. So again, same. Okay. Also, another important thing: if you try to go for the perfection of explosivity and the full moment, full range of motion, at some point you compromise on your speed. Obviously, you might see that more in the heavyweights when they really do very good concentrating punches, but you also have to remember that they still move slower, except like Usyk maybe. He really moves like a middleweight. But middleweights and welterweights, and the lighter it goes, the faster is the movement. So even if it might be shorter, speedy, boom, 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 like speedy punches with less range of motion, it's just something that works. If you're a lightweight and you just try to go bomb, bomb, it's not gonna work. It really won't. And that's why we're working. There's one thing having a combo and doing combo and mastering it. Another thing is getting to the point where, okay, now I'm sparring. I'm preparing for the fight. And when I try to learn from that sparring, what should I focus on? So here comes the timing, strategy, and basically choosing the tools that are working, you can execute well, and then practicing on the other tools that you gradually implement more and more into your game. Have you accidentally ever? No. Who you think win, AJ or Paul? I do believe that if it's a real fight, if that would be, which I don't think so, it will be a Jake. And when I say real fight, I don't mean Jake Paul. Sometimes picks a great opponents for himself, like ex MMA. Oh, good strikers, past their prime, or boxers that are also beyond well past their prime, and he boxes with them quite well. You know, he can do the stuff. But with someone who is on elite level, you can clearly see that those fights being staged. And I think the only fight that was supposed to be kind of staged but didn't happen to be was with Tony Fury, where he knocked out Jake Paul. So I'm not sure. I don't know what's the deal there. I don't know why Anthony Joshua agreed with that. It's a real fight. If it's a real fight, I'm afraid that Joshua might even kill him. Like, you never know. Like, such a big size disparity, such a big experience and skill set disparity too. Talk whatever you want about Anthony Joshua, but he's Olympic. I don't remember who was champion, but the medalist at the very least. He used to be he is basically still one of the best heavyweights currently. So I don't know. It's rather it's rigged, or I'm not. I'm feeling bad for Jake Paul. Oh, while they're super powerful, but again, Usyk technique-wise, IQ-wise, timing-wise, that's why Usyk is winning to me. But from the Wilder side, it's 100% Wilder has one of the heaviest punchers out there in the heavyweight, amongst the heavyweights. So you should beware of his load, especially in the first round when he has that capacity. Then obviously with the right timing, with the right technique, right strategy, when you wear off your opponent, even if they are good punchers, once they are not able to throw that punch that efficiently anymore, then it's easier to keep the momentum up. Okay, so if that wasn't Tommy Fury, that was someone who knocked out Jake Paul, but I was almost certain that was Tommy Fury. You sure it's not here? Just double check, and like if I'm wrong, just correct me, please, and tell me who that was. Joshua's a good boxer. It's not a contest. Yeah, it's also was it the exhibitional match. But again, if it's exhibitional, then I don't know. I guess it's a good money, just a good money. Usyk is now considered one of the best heavyweights ever, even though that's what they said about Tyson Fury. I mean, he won against Tyson Fury, and he's not even natural heavyweight, but huh? They're closing up. Huh? Ah, he hasn't been. Okay, then I don't know. Then I don't know what I saw. Maybe I saw something else. You're right. So Tommy Fury. Okay, so yeah, then there is apparently not a real fight, like a fight. I mean, that one was at least the highlights I saw. It was yeah, that was Jake lost, but I guess he doesn't like losing, and it's also a lot about money and show and making it commercial. So it's just I don't think that boxing ever been as commercial as whatever's going on around the Jake Paul at this moment. It's like almost feels like a WWE at this point. Oof, yeah, that's a hardcore bet. Yeah, I wouldn't bet at all. Like I don't know, I never bet on sports, and so I don't really know how that works. I mean, I know the betting system when you have a heavy um, preferred and heavy underdog, and you can make money on the underdog if they win. But that's I don't play with my money. My husband likes to say he never plays. He doesn't gamble with his money. He gambles with his life. Speaking of, he used to do base jumping. But Jake Paul is a really good boxer, better than most journeyman boxers. Well, you can't say it's a good point. It's like a boxing system. Journeyman is just people like uh, everyone kind of have their spot, and everyone ends up in a certain spot by their choice, or well, sometimes it's a life circumstances. But it is what it is, and there is journeyman is needed to build up and all that kind of stuff. And there are some journeymen who broke off from being a journeyman, and vice versa. From the top, you can fall to to becoming a journeyman. Jake Paul is something else. He's not a bad. He's actually skill wise, yes, he's not bad. And I've said that it's before. Like the way he does the training, even he's like light sparring. He's not bad, but there is something he's not willing to actually put up that work to actually become that good. He wants to create the facade of it. You know what I mean? And that is something that like a lot of people are just like that's what feels odd in boxing because you would have some rigged fights, but it would be still a fight. It would be still um, and even like there, it's like not like it was different. Like now, it's like if you take his and Tyson's fight, making it wasn't even a fight. It wasn't. It barely was a sparring. I don't know. I don't know what else can I say. Do you think you could knock out an average woman? I don't hit women as much as I mean in the boxing, yes, but like I don't punch people. I don't hit men, women nor women. I guess, babe, you should respond to that question. Do you think I could knock out an average woman? Yeah, yeah. He says I would say I could knock out like a big good. Okay, Chris. Yeah, no, I was even thinking about chin wise. I guess yes, women we don't have such a strong, but we also again we don't have. We need to really train to have that good power punch. Oh, it depends. Well, it's also enough. You can do a little bit of this, and that can actually simply like a little elbow can basically just knock out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess was responded to that question. Who do you think greatest female boxer ever, Clarissa Shields or Katie Taylor? Well, technically, by achievements, Clarissa Shields. She's like a five weight class holder, which is, I mean, she's amongst Manny Pacquiao was different eight classes, so he has the record. And then you have Mayweather, and you have, I think, Rocky Marciano, and you have, I'm not remembering all of them. Well, one of the monks is Clarissa Shields, being a champion in five different, becoming a champion in five different weight classes. But technique wise, uh, I would still prefer Katie. Clarissa is great too, no doubt. But I don't know, Katie. I just like I just like her movement, her counter boxing, and yeah, I would still put a slightly more preferred boxer, Katie, as a someone that I prefer a little bit more. Okay. Okay, Jack. Paul has good genetics plus best training money can buy plus steroids. Then alone put him above most boxers who work a day job, train at local gym, and use cheap transplant. Yes, that's a good point. That's basically he has that luxury to be able to do it. Not everyone has that. Yeah. No, yeah, well, that's what we're saying. I mean, technique wise, but remember what I
World
said.
heavyweight champion of the world.
Oh yeah, against Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua. If well, it's an exhibitional fight, so I assume it's gonna be maybe Anthony Joshua agreed to that fight not to go too hard because it's exhibitional fight, and it might be a money thing too. So if it's an exhibition, yeah, a lot of people were saying why would Anthony Joshua even agree? Yeah, so I'm Georgian. I'm not Ossetian. I mean, can argue if South Ossetia is part of Georgia. I'm not gonna get into that argument right now. I'm Georgian, born in Tbilisi. Like Tyson Fraser style, peekaboo hooks. Yes, it works for me. I think I'm trying to learn it because it works for me. Don't forget, Tony Ferguson is still undefeated in boxing while Canelo isn't. This is like a 2025 we got. Ryan Garcia can become world champ. I mean, I wish Ryan Garcia had a little bit more. Obviously, he lost to Gervonta Davis, um, one of the late, not late, it was a couple of years ago, I think. How many losses have Ryan Garcia? Anyways, at some point he went a little bit on the downhill, and I think it has a lot to do with his, at that point at least, mentality. But Ryan Garcia is probably one of the best ones in the between lightweight, welterweight, super lightweight, like in those divisions. I think he's super gifted, super high IQ. It's just, you know, sometimes it's just not enough. I'm thinking. Are you done? Yeah, I mean, I did some that footwork oriented training, but tomorrow do more of the weights and harder punching and stuff. So the goal is to basically on next Saturday, which is sparring day, another sparring day. I think I'm gonna be able to live stream it again. Implement some Damato shifts. So basically, once getting here, cut cut some angles. Basically just do that. Huh? Yeah, I'm gonna move it to the gimbal. Can you put this, please?
Yeah, I'll take care
Thank
of
you.
it.
I appreciate it. So, what do we have here? Uh, I'm gonna now set it up here on the. You gotta wait for me for a second, guys. Okay, almost ready. Okay, back. So now the phone's on the gimbal, and the gym is gonna close anyways within the 10 minutes. So we're just gonna go. Do you already know what you want to eat? Yeah, we're gonna just go head out and can show you a little bit what's going on out there, and gonna have some dinner. Okay, my boxing record is 5 fights in amateur boxing, three wins and 2 losses. And then in official fights, I had around at least 20 open ring matches, but those I don't really remember. I remember I was knocked out. Like there was some stoppage, and yeah, it was majority. I think at least 15 of those I won. But that's been, guys. You gotta consider that it was 2017, so it was like 8 years ago now. 8 years ago was the one when I retired. So when I stopped doing it, moved on with my life, focused on some other things. Then I came back to sports again, start training. Please don't spam, okay? I will have to time you out if you spam. And now I'm looking forward to get and prepare, and I'm showing that on my YouTube here, the whole journey for professional fights and professional boxing. And I'm doing it also with a heavy focus on the sport's longevity as well. I'm kind of one of the luxurious people when it comes to that. I have an amazing husband. We both have remote income, and we are quite busy with our lives when it comes to that. We're doing okay. We're in Southeast Asia where we can train, save up money, do focus on a lot of different things. So I can do that. And I also live stream that, and I, grow the whole content around it to show the journey of a regular, ordinary person, a girl who just decided to get to that level, and show what it takes, what level should I go through. So yeah, just stay around, and you're gonna be able to see my professional fights. So I will open my pro record here. Ben Whittaker is fun to watch, but he's uh, going to get caught one day. They always do. With Ben Whittaker, I don't like Ben Whittaker. He was by promoters. He's been chosen. He was supposed to get tailored for stardom. So he was fed all these records you saw. A lot of them are journeymen's, and there is this kind of rule, like you don't mock journeymen's. Like Roy Jones Jr. After Olympic boxing, when he started professional, he needed to go adapt to professional boxing, but he never mocked. Like he's like flamboyancy and mockery started on the elite level when he would actually do that to someone who was on elite level. Well, Ben Whittaker built up his career. I think he became a silver medalist, which in the amateur boxing, which is a massive achievement. Uh, Olympics, if I'm not mistaken, or World Championships. So, but then he decided to pursue pro, which is nothing wrong with that, and it's great. He's prospect, but his attitude, his style, flamboyancy. He actually faced one boxer who is a British boxer, Cameron, Liam Cameron, if I'm not mistaken. Cameron, I'm almost certain that's his surname. So the guy actually, first fight they had, he was actually essentially winning. And there was the one when they flipped over and they stopped, they counted only 4 rounds, and they did the draw or something. So they made the best so Whittaker would not lose. And then the second fight, the referee was literally rigged, and he was like, it was everything against the Cameroon, and everything was set up the way. Yeah, everything was set up the way that he would lose, and that was probably one of the rigged things, way rigged than Jake Paul does. I saw. So I don't know, man. I don't really like Whitaker that much. I'm not saying he's not a great boxer or doesn't have a great talent. It just, a lot has to do with the personality to me, and the attitude and respect. To me, sport is respect. Even if I'm the best in the world, I'm gonna give you the equal amount of respect as I get from you. And this is how I think it should be. Okay, here we are. This is Southeast Asia, guys. Catching your life before sleep. Well, thanks for coming in. Why Jake Paul doesn't fight Belal? Is he afraid of his Canelo hands? Good question. Okay. Are you going to continue that? Because pro is a lot disciplined and demanding. It's absolutely true. But I have a goal in my life. I actually want to live with a discipline. Even if I don't compete, I want to live on that level. And what people don't understand, you have a camps, preparation camps, where you obviously go full in. 2 3 months, sometimes a little bit longer. You have a preparational camp that you through the whole body recomposition, and like a high level of preparation. Basically, all you do is train, recover, eat, sleep, all that kind of stuff. But when you get off of it, what do you do? Yeah, let's go. What do you do? Do you just chill? Do you? A lot of boxers, a lot of fighters actually neglect the. What do? They neglect basically their daily routine, and we want to live with discipline our lives basically. That's why I'm talking a lot in my live streams about the baseline activity, a baseline discipline, all that kind of stuff, and then we shall see how it goes. I'm not trying to pressure myself too much. I've been through that when I'm over stressing about career and fighting and boxing when I was in amateur boxing, and it only did harm to me. So, as I said, right now, we are in a good place, and the point is do that gradually, do that for the sake of maybe some sort of mental, like inner journey as well. And if it goes well, it goes well. And the work shows up, then I'm gonna, I don't know, create some sort of system and sell it. We're gonna create some sort of system and sell it.
We have some plans.
Yeah, we have some plans. We shall see. In the worst case, I'm just gonna we give a good example to young kids to be real, be resilient, responsible, respectful, and train. Don't we? Yeah, we do.
Yes, we do. Sorry, I don't pay attention.
No, that's okay. You gotta pay attention to the road while I'm
Yeah,
looking
no,
at the
I'm
camera.
just thinking should we go back to that place? They have decent food and shit.
Sure, yeah, 100%. We can. Okay, let me show you some Vietnamese place. So at that time, Vietnamese love to have some dinner, and well, don't let the maybe there. Let's just go the other place. So yeah, a lot of open places like that in Vietnam. Maybe there are like couple. There's one place we're also being also quite good, reasonable food. Just here, it's a little bit too loud, I think. If you don't mind, maybe some closer area. Yeah, here is a little bit of a street. A lot of scooters. Scooters are like primarily transportation here. Prime example of disciplined to ruined, it is Connor. Yeah, it's interesting. Like a lot of questions. Why? Yeah, why that happened to him? Well, there is a thing. I think a lot of people who come from the poor background, they they're not even ready. They don't even think about the once they get exposed to the wellness and luxury, what they do with it, right? So I think it just went through his head. Um, Not because he's a bad person, but he's just like, oh, now I can do whatever I want. But everything has a consequences, no matter who you are. Every action has its equal. Every action has its equal and opposite reaction, but whether it's positive or negative, right? Right, guys. So, well, to me, I actually, when it comes to the fame and becoming like popular and that kind of stuff, I rather prefer living a quiet life. I really do. I don't mind living quiet life and having impact on the smaller groups of people. Do some positive, some contribute into my community, neighborhood, society. But yeah, but now I'm growing my channel, and if it ever gets big, sure, yeah, let's go. Let me show you the place. Your boxer, yes. And now we had a training, and now we're gonna have some dinner. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, go. Yeah, come on. Some xin chào. Some Christmas vibes. It looks lovely. Ooh, that's nice. Xin chào. Hey, that's nice. Um, yeah, let's just sit here. 1 second. With the camera. So we're gonna have some pizza now. We're trained. We did some other things today, and we deserve maybe not even pizza, maybe something else. What do you think?
Huh?
Maybe not even pizza, maybe something else too. There are some options, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I think
What I'm thinking is just maybe something more high protein. Just maybe.
pizza is very high protein. It's cheese and meat.
It's also high carb, food, which is no problem. It's fine. Looking for the. There is the. Oh yeah, found it. I gotta use this stick basically. No, didn't find it. Ilya's Connor copy playbook is on hold after Will failed the boxing bout attempt and because of his wife, so he might not get mauled by Arman and lose trilogy with Max. We shall see. I think he'll be back fine. I think the big difference between Topuria and Connor is the planning. Yeah, he definitely miscalculated the situation with his wife, but I do believe that they're more strategic long term. But yeah, let's see. But I might be wrong.
Share a pizza here.
Share pizza?
Yeah.
Yes, let's share a pizza. Okay, we're sharing the pizza now. Do they have fresh coconut though?
You're gonna have to ask her.
I can look at the menu. That's what we can do, like in Vietnam. So it's quite great. Right next to the gym, there's so many places to eat, like super nice places. So I feel like. Do you have coconut? No. Okay. Okay, maybe just watermelon, no sugar.
Yeah. Would I some ice?
Yeah. And do you have anything on your mind?
I'm
Still looking.
for a menu for just put water for me, please.
Yeah. Would you like some ice?
Yes, please.
Trying to untie my hair. Are you recruiting people to move there and box? What do you mean? Just wondering. Yeah, training for training to eat well. Yeah, always. We've seen them make matches we wanted. I can imagine. Oh, another thing. Welterweight division of UFC getting interesting though, isn't it? What's that guy's name? Yaroslav Amasov, the Ukrainian. He's known for he's undefeated. I think he had one loss in the Bellator, so it's basically 29 or 28 versus one. And he actually
Can we just
was
get a
in
big
the
bowl of nasty?
combat action in the
Oh, actually,
Russia-Ukraine war.
actually, forget that.
So it's interesting. He did his debut in UFC, won by submission, and
Yes, please.
well, now it's another interesting person who I think potentially gonna go to top five, if not more than that. So we shall see. We have, in my opinion, Michael Morales. That is a big threat to Islam. We have obviously Sam Makhachev, who is a champion, active and reigning champion. And we have
Thin crispy. Yeah, thin crispy.
Yangari, Shakat, we have Carlos Prates, we have, and Yaroslav coming up. So
Okay, yeah, that's
Getting stuck.
That's it for now. Thank you.
Our kitchen finished
Have a good life
15
too,
to
Mark.
10. So if you like to order, you can order
From
before.
Canada, need a change, need to do something
Actually,
else.
let me just,
Heard of boxing in Thailand, I'm fit and want to do something else. Lawyer by trade, lost my dad and want to get away thoughts. Thailand, Vietnam, we're in Vietnam. Vietnam is a wonderful place. In general, Southeast Asia is a good area. So even if you would move to Thailand, try Thailand first. I think everything is cheaper than Canada in the Southeast Asia. Thailand is probably one of the expensive, like because of tourism, it became more expensive, but it's still reasonable. When Vietnam is, I guess, one of the cheapest countries at this point generally. So where we are at in Vietnam, Nha Trang, coastal area has gyms. Uh, it's big enough city to have community and some action, but it's also small enough to have it peaceful, have a peaceful life. So I would suggest to you to try Vietnam, but also you can navigate throughout the Southeast Asia. If you're from Canada, I actually know one person who moved, basically escaped from Canada. He had his own reasons, and now he's quite happy in Thailand. Do you compete? Oh, come on. Come on is thank you, yeah? Come on. Come on. Yeah, it's good. Come on. Come on. I'm trying. Vietnamese is a very international language, so I'm trying to practice a little bit. Um, so yeah, for regarding competing, yeah, get it ready gradually. Within, I think 5-6 months. Other coach also told me that 5-6 months of good preparation, and I'm confident and good. Live louder project. Thank you, appreciate it. Thanks for super chat donation. Speaking of donations, in the link pinned, there's also PayPal, and basically that is now another way for people to be able to donate and help the channel grow. So I appreciate you all guys, and well, even without donations, you are completely welcome to be here. So thank you very much again, and well, please introduce yourself. You've been coming back to the live stream, so at least I should know your name. Enjoy coffee on me. Well, watermelon juice. Vietnamese coffee is a tough thing, so I would suggest not to drink it at night. Be back tomorrow. Either a website I can check out. Website regarding.
No, it's just you have
It's a PayPal.
your Instagram, your
I have, yes.
all your social
I
media.
just put links. So there is a PayPal link which I added today. We figured out how to do that. Everything else is the Instagram and LinkedIn. Basically, just some of my contact information and email as well. So if there is if you want to contact me, you can also do that through email. If your favorite fighters are Joy Jones Jr. and Sugar Ray Robinson and Sugar Ray Leonard, then you gotta rethink your list. Well, I can tell you my list. Um, so my list is Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr., Bernard Hopkins, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Patterson, and current ones, Terence Crawford. I would put him because of his fluidity. But the Sugar Ray Leonard is my favorite out of the four kings. I think he was the most. I liked all of them. Duran was known for being small, fighting giants, and Hagler being a monster and introducing us to some gazelle type of punches, like the hopping, extra explosive, and Thorns, like basically super reach, super tall, super fast. And Leonard is kind of like a reincarnation of Ali, Muhammad Ali. At least that was his image a little bit, but definitely one of the most well-rounded among those four. And well, Sugar Ray Robinson, I think from him the actual boxing started. Like Muhammad Ali was inspired by Sugar Ray Robinson. Tyson was inspired by Sugar Ray Robinson. Like, I guess everyone was inspired, and this is how boxing rooted and evolved. But there are many boxers. There are actually so many boxers. There's some of them. Well, you have Rocky Marchand, who has actually a clean, undefeated record, and you have the boxer I discovered not very long ago. My friend shared with me, Nicolino Loche, the one we watched together. Probably the best head movement in a boxing history, probably. So Mayweather style was how to say that?
Use
It's
my
a later
phone.
thing.
Do you remember his name?
Whose name?
The head movement guy. Just put a comment.
Nico.
He's actually worth
Nicoli.
watching. Like it's incredible.
Nico. Let me actually see. I'll Google search it quickly because I don't remember how he spelled. Nicolino. Oh, Nicolino Loche. Yes, he was Argentinian. Okay. Nico.
Yeah, if anybody wants to see how to not get hit, he's
Yeah,
probably
Philly
the
shell, early Philly shell. So how was it again? Double C. Okay, here. That's the one. Well, speaking of Bilal versus young Gary, actually, yeah, Bilal. I think Bilal is getting too much hate. I think he's a solid, good fighter. Doesn't seem to be cocky or anything like that at all. And that fight, when everyone's like, "Oh, Ian Gary won," like I was saying that Ian Gary wins, in my opinion too. But when I saw how much he doesn't even take an advantage of his reach, there were so many openings that Belal was doing a good job by taking advantage. There was obviously the advantage from Ian Gary's side, but it almost felt like he doesn't really knows how to use that's at least like 90% out of his body structure. That is like he could be probably one of the best long reach strikers out there, but he's striking, at least in that fight, looked clumsy in my opinion. Um, so I don't know. It's just the opinion of that specific fight. Salvador Sanchez. I don't remember the record. I have seen some highlights. I have not really watched Sanchez that much. And you said it, I know a lot. I know some things, and I'm learning. So I'm gonna look look Salvador Sanchez today, so I don't forget. I'll screenshot it. So guys, just feel free to share some boxers that I don't know. Like my friend introduced me to Nicolino Loche. I didn't know that boxer because boxing is so big. Professional boxing is so big. It's almost like 100 years of history now, and knowing everyone is impossible. But if you're learning constantly, that's why I'm saying feel free, share some of your favorite boxes, some of them that are less known, and I'll try to look them up and educate myself better. Nothing hurts like a body shot that gets delivered. It's crippling. Oh yes, it is. I told you that before, right? I've been knocked down.
From liver shot.
Yeah, and it was just like a friendly sparring like this Saturday, and the guy literally just goes in, just throws the like quick snappy one, but not like really putting too much weight. But that was enough to take me out for 5 minutes. I was just curled up, laying on the ground, questioning my life choices.
Was that during the sparring sessions?
There was actually not even boxing. I was already retired from boxing. That was when I worked in the gym, my first gym.
Oh, it was.
And they had
there. Okay,
they had
okay, no, I
MMA,
thought it was-
octagon. Yeah, that's that. That was years ago. That was very long ago. Hi, Scotland. Coming from Georgia. Hi, Rotterdam, Holland. Quite an always super international audience.
Stalin is here too. Is he Georgian?
Joseph Stalin, your favorite punch, left hook. I love left hooks. Like especially after leveraging, like you would jab, and you would like jab sleep, for example, and end up with a hook, or even like 1-2, ending up with a hook, or even if you do shift, like I did today, a lot of shifts, right hook first and left hook as that cherry on the top.
Do you think the 90s was the best era of heavyweight boxing? Very competitive. One guy said, David said, oh, we know him.
I mean, 90s, early 2000, but it's hard. Boxing has kind of a sections of the great eras. You had
Well, I mean, like when Tyson came around, heavyweight boxing was dead. It was nothing. Like it wasn't a big thing, and he really brought it back.
yeah.
And Tyson's era was one of the.
Well, and Tyson for a period he was the only one. There was not era, but like
No, that's why I said it's a Tyson era.
Yeah,
It's
Tyson
that
era.
that era, that those years where he just walked through everyone.
Yeah, we can
and
call,
did it, and up until he got thrown in jail.
Yeah.
Like that was crazy.
yeah, we can call Tyson area. We obviously there is basically what was heavyweight era when the Sonny Liston appeared after Floyd Patterson. Floyd Patterson was great, but he was small heavyweight, and then you have a big heavyweight, massive heavyweight era, which are like super powerful, super like strong, and yeah, then you have Ali and Frazier and Foreman coming a little bit later. And after that era, there was a little gap, and everyone was saying that boxing's not gonna be great again. And then you have Four Kings era, which is 80s, right? Something Roberto Duran, Leonard, Leonard Zorns and Hagler, and then a little bit later, it's just 90s as well, getting great, and early 2000s was good too. Also, don't forget that that's my for me, it's a history. I wasn't even born. I was born exactly in the year 2000. So most of the good boxing periods are like a history books to me. So, anyways, we had training. We just go on with the live stream right now. Why not? And waiting for pizza. Which pizza did you order?
I got us a big pepperoni pizza with extra mushrooms.
Oh, sounds nice.
Yeah, that's funny. We have some. We'll pick up some more eggs and stuff.
Easiest way to hold the palm, make a punch, particularly where exactly your thumb should be. This what that's the one where the Chris actually taught me that. I'm used to having it like this, but in reality, yeah.
So take your front and see how much stronger your wrist is when
Yeah.
you're pressing your fingers together.
Oh, try it yourself. Come on.
They don't need to see me
Yeah.
do it, but like
Yeah.
you can try it yourself. If you hold it like this, your wrist is. If you hold it like this,
Yeah, you can bend it like this.
the
Yes.
wrist is much more bendy. If you hold like this,
Yeah, it's impossible to bend it.
It's not impossible to bend it, but it gets a lot. It condenses.
Oh, it's impossible to bend it like this. It almost feels that way because it just locks it in.
Yeah. So this is why you should try to show them again.
So basically, instead of having it here, just
pressing your thumb in, but even more to the point where you're even levering it this way.
Yeah. But it's actually funny, babe. Actually, if you don't do it hard and just keep it like this, same effect. It's basically keeping your thumb up.
It has more effect when you're holding it like this, but the biomechanics of it is similar.
Mm. I'm from Georgia. Hey, pizza arrived. Okay. But okay, I'm gonna show you pizza. I'm gonna wrap it up because I want to enjoy my pizza, not eating on the camera. So let me show you pizza quickly. Here. So looks good. And yes, basically, guys, thanks for being here. A little bit tired. It's been a long day. In my language, punch called muka. Interesting. Yeah, anyways, guys, so I'm gonna wrap it up. Thanks for being here. Have a good day and good night, depending where you're from. And I see you in the next one.